Hey guys, it's NIajae. So, this is the first time that I'm doing this. I am actually on 3 different platforms all at the same time. So, I am currently on Facebook on my laptop, I am on Instagram on my iPad, and I am on YouTube on my cell phone. So, if I'm looking in different places, that is why. And if you guys know an easier way to do this, please let me know because this is a little crazy. But anyway, so I know that on Facebook, I have been going live every single day since September on Facebook. But if you're on YouTube or if you are on Instagram and you don't know, my name's NIajae. I'm sure you do know, but just in case. So I wanted to tell you guys my story, and the people who follow me on Facebook, I just want to kind of let you in on my journey, basically. So if you don't know, I used to own a brick and mortar business for 5 years. I owned a dance and aerial studio, and I loved the business, but I realized halfway through that it wasn't in alignment with the lifestyle that I truly desired, which was location freedom and time freedom. So with the brick and mortar business, unless you have a solid system, there's no way that you can achieve time or location freedom with a brick and mortar business, unfortunately. So I decided to sell my business, move to the beach, and transition to being fully remote. Like, I work from my laptop. I don't have to be in a certain location. As long as I have Wi-Fi, I can work. So that is what I did. Now, my goal when I did that was to help other entrepreneurs, one, gain clarity on the lifestyle they do desire, and two, come up with a system and strategy to achieve that through business. So starting from the beginning, having a system in place to allow them the lifestyle they truly desire, whether that's time freedom, whether that's location freedom. And so I started coaching people, but what I realized is that it boils down to mindset. And that's why I consider myself a lifestyle design coach. And I think that a lot of people get confused. They see my business card and the first thing they do is say life coach. But I'm not a life coach. I'm not a life coach. So I have to let people know that I'm not a life coach. I'm a lifestyle design coach. My goal was to help entrepreneurs create a business that's in alignment with the lifestyle they truly desire. So that was my goal. But I realized that it all boiled down to mindset. And the thing about it is, a lot of people, and this is not everyone, but a lot of people do not pay for mindset. They want to pay to make money, make money, make money, make money. Okay, so I'm taking you through my coaching journey just to let you know. Hey Brian, if y'all hop on, say hey. So I know I'm on 3 different platforms, but I can still say hey to you guys because I see everyone that's hopping on. So through my coaching journey, I realized that a lot of people don't want to pay for mindset. They want to pay the coaches that are saying they're making a certain amount of money. So that is something that does not necessarily resonate with me. What I realized, there's a lot of coaches out here that are like, oh, I just made $20,000 in the last month, or I'm making 6 figures and I made $100,000 in this amount of time. Hey, Emmanuel. So what I realized is that doesn't really resonate with me. It doesn't resonate with me, and I'm not putting down anyone who does it. I'm just simply explaining my journey and why I've been led to the things that I am doing. So I realized that also there's a lack of integrity in the coaching industry. So there's a lot of coaches that are exaggerating to the point of lying of how much money they're making, or how much money they're making, but they're not telling you that they're spending this amount of money in advertising or this amount of money towards a team. So it's basically not it's not integrity. It's not integrity. But the bad thing is, people are buying into it with the hopes to make this amount of money that people are saying that they're making. And so I found a really huge disconnect between me and the coaching industry or the coaching community, because I realized I don't want to be one of those people. So what I did was I made sure that my coaching consisted of a specific strategy, an end goal at mind. So if you work with me, this is what you're going to get in the end. This is the end result. And what I did was I started working on building funnels. So I would help people build sales funnels, grow their emailing list, scale their business online. And that is what I focused on, because if you paid me to build you a funnel, at the end of our coaching, you have a funnel, basically. So that is what I did. However, what I was persuaded to do by other coaches and other, people that were trying to give me advice was start doing these Facebook Lives. So I started doing the Facebook Lives because what people said to me is, you're not relatable. You need to smile more. You need to smile when you take pictures. You have these glamorous pictures and they're intimidating. And so that made me feel like, okay, so I need to do these Facebook Lives to show people that I'm human. This is what they told me. Show people that you're human, okay? Not an alien, but I have to show people that I'm human. And so what they told me to do was show people what you look like without makeup. And I kind of just was like, okay, I'll try this, but it didn't resonate with me, because at the end of the day, if I can build somebody a bomb-ass sales funnel, why does it matter what I look like without makeup on? My personal opinion, not bashing anyone who uses this tactic, but this is why I became disconnected from coaching, because I was being persuaded to do something where they're saying, oh, show people the real you, but they didn't want the real me. They wanted the me that made them feel comfortable, the me that made them feel less intimidated. And so that is why I became disconnected from the coaching industry. Not saying that all coaches do this. I'm not saying that, and I'm not bashing anyone who uses this tactic and it's working for them. By all means, do you. If it's working for you, by all means. But this is why it didn't resonate with me, because I was being told like, oh, show them the real you, but I've been showing people the real me, but the real me is not relatable. The real me is intimidating. The real me has to dull myself down to make other people feel comfortable. So really what you're saying is be the me that you're comfortable with. And to me, that doesn't resonate with my message, which my message is be authentically you. So if I want to be glammed up, if I want to wear purple hair, if I want to wear designer shoes, that shouldn't affect whether someone wants to hire me as a coach or not. Do you know what I mean? So like, to me, I felt like the messages were clashing. And so I realized, are you on Facebook and Instagram at the same time? Yes, I am, Roger. And YouTube. I'm on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook all at the same time. I'm trying to look at all the cameras. So anyway, so what I realized with that is that if I have to not wear makeup, not be glamorous, not do splits, because I used to own an aerial studio. So of course I love splits, but as a coach, what are they going to think if I'm somewhere doing splits? What are they going to think if I want to do a certain type of photo shoot or take a picture and smile? Like, what if I want to look sassy? Let me look sassy, because that's my personality. So stop telling me how you want me to be in order for me to gain clients. If I have to act a certain way to gain clients, then those are not the clients for me. And this is not a career that I want to be in. So that is the come to Jesus moment that I had with coaching. And I had a moment where I'm like, I don't want to coach. If I have to be a certain way, if I have to pretend to be a certain person that I'm not, then coaching is not for me. So I started doing these Facebook Lives, and that is, I missed it. Who said that? Goodness. It's a long story. You'll have to go back, Nicole, and catch it from the beginning, because I have a lot that I want to say. So I want to try to keep it moving. But this is advice basically that people were giving me in reference to my coaching. That when I started doing these Facebook Lives, they're telling me, be this way, like show people you without makeup, and why that message doesn't necessarily resonate with me. So anyway, so I started doing these Facebook Lives, and it started out because I wanted to try to show people my everyday, like, this is me. And then as time went along, I realized that you know, I can't be what people want me to be. I have to be me, especially if I'm going live every single day. Like, you're going to see me. Like, I'm a happy person, but I've had days where I wasn't happy, and I talked about it. I had days where I was frustrated about relationships. I had days where I was sick, but I still went live every single day because I was dedicated to showing people the authentic me. So anyway, what happened, and so the story's coming full circle. So what happened was someone really close to me said to me, "You're the next Oprah." And I was like, "What?" You're crazy. Like, you know, I'm like, "Thanks, but you're crazy." Like, those are some really big shoes to fill. So I kind of just, "Hey, Yolanda. Hey, Melania. Thanks for joining." So, so that happened, and I kind of, it was in the back of my mind, but I didn't pay too much attention to it. And then someone else completely not related that doesn't actually know me, doesn't know me, and they just one day was like, "You need your own show like Oprah." And I was like, "You're the second person that said this to me now." I'm like, okay, like, if this happens again, then maybe it's the universe trying to tell me something. So a week later, something else happened, and I'm like, okay, 3 times. I always feel like signs comes in threes. And so the third time happened, and I was like, okay, maybe it's meant for me to have my own show. So that happened, and then this Cancun thing came up. So I don't know if you guys have seen my advertisement for that, but Cancun.com was looking for a brand ambassador. They wanted to fly someone to Cancun for 6 months to blog about it, take video footage, photos, all that stuff. And I was like, oh my God, this is it. This is for me. This is what is meant for me to do, because I was super duper excited about it. Super excited about it. So long story short, thank you for the hearts and thumbs up. So long story short, I didn't get it. But the way my mind works is I wasn't sad about it. I was like, I'm excited about this, and I don't need Cancun.com for me to have my own show. I can create my own show, like, without Cancun.com, and travel the whole world and not just to Mexico. So I'm like, I need a show. I need a show. And then I think that I had to go through some growing pains. And I do this in front of you guys. So, you know, especially people on Facebook, you've been watching me every single day, my thought processes and just, you know, my emotional roller coasters, you know, and I know that it's been hard because I have people that have been following me since I've done music. So if you don't know, I used to sing. I had a song on a radio in Atlanta for a little bit, and I have music videos and all that good stuff. And so there are people that are following me from when I did music. And then I stopped doing music and I opened a dance and aerial studio. So the person that I was when I did music is one person. The person that I was when I did aerials is another person, because it requires a different mindset for each of these things. So I shifted my mindset to then be a business owner. So first, my mindset was, I'm an artist. I'm an artist. I thought I was going to be the next Rihanna. You know, like, I was in like full Sasha Fierce Beyonce mode. You know, that was me. And then Roger says, you live in Florida, great place to have a show. Oh, Brian says, I loved your music. Thanks, guys. So links, please. I want to hear you sing. Okay. I'll post a link after I get off all of my all of my videos, but you know, it was a little sassy, a little risque, just to give you a heads up. But anyway, so I'll post a link later. So it required a certain mindset for me to do music. It required a certain mindset for me to own a business. And you know, the lifestyle that I have now also requires a certain mindset. So people who have been following me has seen me go through that journey, you know, go through each phase of my life. And I know that it gets confusing, like, okay, well, who is she this year? You know, like, what is she up to now? But that is the part of life, and I should not hide that or feel bad about it. Like, by no means. I've had a full life. I'm 33 years old. I've done everything that I wanted to do. And so to answer any questions of who am I now, what am I offering, what am I giving the world, I want to answer that question right now. I am an entrepreneur, a world traveler, and an influencer. Okay, an entrepreneur, I want to help other entrepreneurs create businesses that feel good to them, that resonates with the lifestyle that they desire, and also help people identify their desires, because so many people silence their desires. So many people, they push them to the side, and they just take what life gives them. So I'm an influencer in a manner of motivating people to go after what they really want, motivating people to go after their goals and their dreams, inspiring people to not give up and just settle for an average life, to settle for mediocrity. Go after your goals and your dreams. What am I offering? I'm offering inspiration. I'm offering motivation. I'm offering a role model to people who didn't come from a privileged family. I'm from the Bronx, New York. I was born to a single mom, and no one in my family had like anything major. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I've worked hard for every single thing that I have manifested in my life. I've worked hard for it. Where I'm from in New York, nobody traveled outside of New York, let alone outside of the country. So when I went to my family, the first time I went out of the country, that when I went to them and said, I want to travel here, my mom said, why? Now, I used to be a little sassy, you guys. I looked at her and was like, why not? You know, because that was my mindset. Like, why not? There's more of the world that I want to see, and I'm going to see it. And so what I want to do is I want to be that voice, and I want to be that inspiration for that little girl or even little boy who says, I want more out of life. I want to see the world. I want to create a career or business. Uh-oh, I lost YouTube. Okay, YouTube's gone. YouTube has officially cut me off. But I want to be that motivation and that role model for that person who wants to see the world, who doesn't want to settle for mediocrity, who wants to go after their dreams and manifest their dream life, because I know firsthand that it is possible. So if there's ever any confusion of who I am, what I'm doing, what I'm offering. Oh, now my mom's calling me, so now I just lost Instagram. No, Mom. Okay, am I still on Instagram? Hold on, guys. My little rig setup thingy here is a little crazy. Anyway, shit happens. I think I'm still on Instagram. Okay. Anyway, Facebook, we're still here. We're still here. So if there's any confusion of who I am, what I'm offering, what I'm about, this is it. This is me, guys. I love my life. I have worked so hard to manifest where I am. And when I say I love my life, it's not to brag, it's not to boast, it's not to say that I don't have bad days, because I do. Trust me, I do. I go through breakups. I get sick. I go through, doubt and fears that I have to face as well. But I always do it optimistically. I always do it and look at the positive side of life. And I always do it with gratitude. No matter what I'm going through, I make sure that I say how grateful I am for what I have. I wake up every single morning, and the first thing that I do is say thank you. Thank you for everything that I have, because I'm filled with gratitude. And I believe that is the key to life, is gratitude. So that's who I am. That's what I'm about. I want my own show. I'm putting it out there in the universe. I want my own show. So I'm going to start online. And obviously these Facebook Lives are definitely helping with that. And now Instagram and YouTube Lives are definitely helping with that. But I'm going to create my own show online and hope that it gets picked up. But if not, online is phenomenal these days anyway. But let me read some comments. Thanks for taking the sensitive people into consideration. So I will say, Melania just touched on a really great point, that when I first started coaching, I felt like I had to be very politically correct. Like, don't offend. Well, I don't want to say, let's not say politically correct, but I had to be very conscious of what I was saying, because I didn't want to offend people. There's certain things that that are sensitive topics for a lot of people. I posted a Nicole Arbor video recently about depression, and it offended someone. And the thing about it is, some of the things that Nicole Arbor says, I agree with. She may say it in a very aggressive manner, but it's still stuff that I may believe, but I may not have the balls to say, just to be real, because I don't want to offend people. However, that's kept me in a box. It's kept me in a box of, okay, well, if I'm going to be a coach, I can't talk about this. I can't talk about this. This may offend someone. This may offend someone. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to say whatever I want, because I'll never, the type of person I am, I'll never do anything to intentionally hurt someone or intentionally offend someone. But if I feel very strongly about a certain topic, I should be able to talk about it. And even if you don't agree, that's okay, because it's just my opinion, you know? So I should be able to talk about it without, you know, somebody wanting to like hate me or kill me or anything like that. Because, you know, I'm sure some people, Nicole Arbor has pissed a lot of people off, but you know, if you don't agree, that's fine. Let's talk about it. You know, let's share our feelings, and I respect you for your feelings, and I hope that you respect me for my feelings. So if coaching was something that was going to keep me in a box to where I couldn't be this way, or couldn't dress this way, or couldn't take a picture this way, I don't want to coach. And that was my come to Jesus moment. I don't know why that's even a saying, come to Jesus moment. But anyway, that was my moment where I was just like, maybe this is not for me. You should be able to talk about anything as a coach. You should, but the coaching industry has become very, it's a lot of fluff, and I'm just going to leave it at that. It's a lot of fluff. Brian says, good luck on your show. Thank you. And Melania says, speak your truth. Yes, Melania, you already know, girl. You already know. And so basically, there's a couple of things that I wanted to share. So Oprah has, and you know, I'm in love with Oprah right now. So Oprah has this book, What I Know for Sure. And I love, love, love the book. And so there's a couple of things that when I was processing in my head, like what I wanted to talk about today, there's a couple things that I wanted to share as far as what I know for sure. So what I know for sure, as an entrepreneur or business owner, do not feel bad or hesitate to charge what you're worth. There's so many people in this world that are not valuing themselves and valuing what they're worth, and we have to stop it. Know your worth, charge what you're worth, do not hesitate. Even when it comes to relationships, even if you're not a business owner and it comes to relationships, just stop giving your time and energy to people who don't deserve it. Know your worth, value your time, value your energy, and be selective. You have the right to be. So don't settle. Look, I'm going off on a tangent. Don't settle. Do not settle, people. Don't settle. So what I know for sure is people give advice from where they are and not where you are. That is one of the things that I have learned through my coaching journey, is people give advice from where they are, what works for them, their experience, and not where they are. And I'll just use this, like my best friend, for example, when I ask her advice about something and she's in a certain mood, she'll give me a certain advice, and when she's in another mood, she'll give me a different advice. Now, I've noticed that, and because I'm very observant, like I observe people's behaviors, and you know, I've known her for years, but people give advice from where they are and not where you are. So learn to start to listen to yourself, learn to listen to what's in your heart, what your soul is craving, and not necessarily, like, you can take people's advice with a grain of salt and listen to what other people have to say, but don't base too much of your life on what other people say, because it's your life and you have to live it. What I know for sure is I have been going through growing pains through this whole coaching journey in front of you guys, and I am totally okay with it, because it's a part of life. We all are on our unique journeys. We all have different paths in life, and I have to speak my truth. I have to be true to what's in my heart, what makes me happy, and be honest about what doesn't, and what doesn't make me happy, what doesn't resonate with me. What I know for sure is the universe. Hold on, I messed that one up. What I know for sure is the law of attraction is real. The law of attraction is real. Manifestation is real. I have drastically changed my life in the last few years. I mean, my whole entire life. Like the place that I live in right now, I walked into it. I went to a party. I walked into it and I went, oh my God, I have to live here. Not long after that, I'm here, you know? So in that's that is the feeling that I want to have when I create my future. If it's not something that excites me, if it's not something that feels good to me, if it's not something that makes me go, oh, yes, I don't want it. I don't want it. And I'm going to stick to that for the rest of my life when it comes to relationships, when it comes to careers, when it comes to clients. Another thing, business owners, coaches, everybody, don't be afraid to turn away clients. If the client does not resonate with you, sometimes you have to, or don't be afraid to fire clients too. Like if they're not the right client for you, don't be afraid to let them go or say no, period. Okay. What I know for sure is you can't please everyone. You can't please everyone. This is something that no matter who you are, where you are, what you do, what you sell, you can't please everyone. And when I was trying to be this coach and not offend people and talk about things that are gonna make people, want to hire me as a coach, it's exhausting. It was exhausting and I'm over it and I don't want to do it anymore. So I just was like, whatever, I'm gonna get on Facebook and talk about what I want. And what I realized in that moment was I started having people following me every single day that they'll never need a sales funnel. They'll never need a mailing list, but they like to follow me because I was being myself. I was talking about what resonated with me, and that's why they're following me, not because I'm pretending to be a coach or pretending to be a certain way as a coach. So be your authentic self. What I know for sure is if you be your authentic self, the right people will love you for it. The right people will gravitate towards you. You will build your tribe. That's what I know for sure. Last thing, what I know for sure is recording on 3 platforms is not easy. It's not easy, you guys. Like, looking at all the different cameras, and I already lost YouTube, so I'm going to have to save this video on Facebook and then put it on YouTube because I don't know what happened over there, but it cut me off. But let me look at some comments. Melania says, haters are just confused fans looking for a reason, looking for the reasons people love you. I love it, Melania. I love it. So Justin says, they say that about many industries. You just do you. That's all I do. Right, Justin. That's right. Brian says, exactly. We are all adults. More folks should respect that and talk about it in a civil manner. Yes. I love that you vibrate so much positive energy. Yes, Brian. That is my goal, to spread positive energy. Look at my little wall. Which way? Okay, here we go. Look at my little wall back here. Like I wake up in the morning and I look at that and I have my crystals and my good vibes, and I'm not like, there's days where I have stuff happen. I'm not in a good mood every single day, but I don't hold on to negativity long. If I'm feeling sad, I nip it in the bud. I do something to raise my vibrations, and I talk about those all the time. So if you haven't seen, I definitely talk about things to do to raise your vibrations when you're feeling bad. But I don't hold on to negativity. I have so much love and so much positivity to give. That is why I want to show. That is why I am creating my show. I'm manifesting it. And if anyone has any questions about who I am, what I'm about, what I'm selling, I was about to say I'm selling myself, but that sounds really bad. I'm selling positivity. Does that even make sense? Okay, you guys, I'm being silly now, so I'm gonna hop off. But I hope that if anyone had any questions about what's going on in my life, what I'm doing, I hope that I answered your questions. I am not a life coach. I don't even consider myself a coach anymore. I'm a sales funnel consultant, if that's what I need to be for someone, if they need that. But other than that, I'm not a life coach. I am here to spread love. I am here to spread positivity. I am here to make an impact in the world as much as I can, just me being me, If I can put a smile on a couple people's faces, if I can inspire people to travel the world, and let me just tell you, the travel that I've done, I'm from New York. Like, I don't think, my mom doesn't even have a passport yet. I'm not putting my mom on blast, but my mom doesn't even have a passport. So I wasn't born in a family that did a lot of traveling. And just in the last few years, I've been to Trinidad. I've been to Venice. I've been to Rome. I've been to Tahiti. I've been to Paris. I've been to the Dominican Republic 3 times, the Bahamas, Jamaica. I mean, I've done this, and 90% of those trips were by myself. By myself. I mean, come on, guys. Like, and I don't say that to brag or boast, but I'm a role model. If you had any question of who I am a role model telling women you can do this. You don't need a man to travel with you. You don't need friends to travel with you. You can do it. Explore the world. Go after your goals. Go after your dreams. Experience what life has to offer. So that is who I am. I'm a role model. I'm an influencer. I'm a motivator. Okay? Just in case you were wondering, I'm all fired up, you guys. I'm fired up. I don't know why, but I am fired up, and like everything, just the clarity in getting it off my chest. I'm not a life coach. I don't even want to coach people anymore because the industry is very diluted or something. I don't know the word, but it doesn't resonate with me, and that's okay. You know what I mean? And not to say there's some amazing coaches out there. There are some people that I love, but it just doesn't resonate with me. And I know that I've been going through all of these transitions, but I have the clarity, and now I just wanted to offer that clarity to you guys, just in case you were wondering, like, okay, what is NIajae up to these days? Because we can't keep up. You know, if anyone was wondering, I'm just letting you guys know. So that is my message for today. And until next time, you guys, love and light, and feel free to reach out to me. Let me know how you feel, and thank you so much for everyone that was watching. And I will be back tomorrow because I'm doing my Facebook Lives and Instagram Lives now every day. Bye, you guys.